Hey y'all, welcome to Stivers Homestead. We're doing a bunch of things. Jim, let me turn this vent off so you can hear me. It's loud. And Jim with the parchment paper over there. So Jim posted some stories on Instagram and stuff. If you're not following us on Instagram and Facebook, make sure to do so. We like to put a bunch of stories out there of just our day to day. It's a little bit easy. Not worth it. We're curling up. Well, her and I, we're still rolling off that high of HOA and everything that was. And it's making us want to learn new skills, more and more new skills to get better. When we moved to this property, it was primarily we needed to use all the skills that we knew to get it up and running and moving forward and getting this to a spot to where we're back to normal life. Well, we've gotten there, and now it's time to do some more of the new things, learn new skills of homesteading and farming. One of those has been our freeze dryer. Y'all saw us completely fill that bad boy with some milk.
It's been a learning curve,
yes.
But we're obviously not giving up. That was just one bad incident, and we are moving forward. We have so much frozen fruit from this past summer, mostly from my parents' farm, which was still cool, grown locally and organically. Yeah,
they bought the place with all these awesome blueberry bushes and different fruit trees.
So it's already frozen, and we're just working on cycling that into the freeze dryer and getting that stuff done and then storing it. You want to show them what's in the crock pot? One other new skill I am trying is rendering lard. So we have all of this beautiful lard from our Cooney pig mama that we raised, and it's been sitting in the freezer for a while.
Blueberries.
They're in there. Because I was nervous. I was just nervous. I've never rendered lard before. It's just one of those things to me that was intimidating, even though it's not. Now that I've looked at the process, super simple, super easy. It just takes time. So working on that, we've got it in the crock pot on low. That will go all day, maybe into the night. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I'm just really excited about that. We have so much lard that I'm ready to render down. We also have butter from our cows that we're using and cycling through until the next milking season. And one other thing. We have been eating our canned goods, obviously, but you know, they're down in the basement, which is the root cellar. And sometimes when they get out of sight and out of mind, you don't start cycling through them as much. So we are focusing on that. We're gonna cycle through all the stuff that we moved here with. It's time to eat all that, get through that so that we can have a whole nother season of canning. And we also stored a bunch of dried goods that we brought with us. And a lot of that was from Azure Standard. Some was just from buying in bulk at the stores. So we're cycling through that as well, which is a lot of rice, noodles, cornmeal, flour, stuff like that, that, you know, we need to be using to make our biscuits and our pancakes and when we eat the spaghettis and stuff like that, instead of buying it from the store. It's just little things. Like, I know you can judge us, but it's just little things that you start doing, and they start getting you out of the cycle of the homesteading and the reason that we're doing all this. So mainly it's just trying to be more intentional. Being more intentional and cycling through what we have, and then get more and keep stocking up and have food down in the pantry. Yeah.
So we'll show you one thing that we've learned about this freeze dryer.
So one thing we learned from our last round of blueberries is to put parchment paper down. A lot of you all suggested that. We're definitely doing it this time because it does stick, especially when they, you know, burst and all that fun stuff. So we're gonna put parchment paper on each one, and then we're gonna fill them up with the blueberries and get them in the freeze dryer.
Something else we've learned with these guys. Obviously, it's always better if they're frozen. That's not a huge ordeal though. But you don't want to overcrowd your trays. If you overcrowd your trays and they're sitting on top of each other, most of the trays will be done. If they're not, but if they are overcrowded, they're not going to be completely freeze dried and be chewy, which takes away from the preserving that it's supposed to be doing. So you want to make sure not to overcrowd your trays.
So with the lard, I should mention the reason I'm starting in this crock pot, I think it's a 7-quart, and I'm starting with such a small amount is because I've never done this before. I want to make sure that it works, and then if it does, for the next round, I'll probably use my turkey roaster and put a whole lot more in there. But this is about 5 pounds of lard, and it's fitting into a 7-quart crock pot. So wish me luck.
It is time to say goodbye to Mr. Luffa. It has been fun. Most of ours are drying on there. They're not going to grow anymore. All the rest we can cut off and have them down in our root cellar, which is our basement, to let them dry up the rest of the way, because we need to get ready to plant this for winter as well, because what we're going to be doing hoop houses over there, we're also going to do over here. But to do that, we gotta get all this out. Look, it even took down my beam trellis that I had put up, and it just took over everywhere. So first, cut all the loofahs off, tear out this ginormous loofah plant, and then get the beds ready.
So we got a ton of loofahs out of that, 2 trash bags and the Haas container full. Now we're ripping it out and we're gonna give it all to the goats because it's really, really good for them. Loofahs themselves, like when they're young, they can be good for goats too. But we're actually gonna eat the young ones because we've never eaten them, and we're gonna try that. But we're ripping it out because you gotta feed your dairy animals too. I mean, we give scraps to all the animals and the dairy feeds us, so we gotta feed them. I think they're gonna enjoy it. We'll take some clips and see if they do.
The root.
Oh my gosh, look at that root.
All the way through there. The roots on the loofah in any kind of gourd.
It's like a tree. So my first thought was I actually felt really bad about tearing this out because the bees are still actively on it all day long. They love it. But then I realized we still have Mexican sunflowers over there. We have zinnias over there. And then out in the pasture, we have tons of zinnias and sunflowers and wildflowers. So they still have food to get ready for winter. Makes it a little bit better. Makes me not feel as bad. But I am excited to get it off of our porch. These leaves on our porch have actually become a rat home because the rats hide under them at night, and that's just terrifying, and nobody likes that. So I want my porch back. It's time.
I don't know if you, Wyatt, come over here and stand by this pile real quick. I need a comparison. That's one plant, y'all.
Hey, Wyatt, say hi.
Yeah, hey, what? Everybody say hi.
Tell them you're happy.
That's an inside joke, kind of. That is one seed. One seed made this ginormous pile of loofah. Isn't that nuts, y'all? It's one of those things that's almost hard to believe unless you see it. That's why I got the kids to stand beside it, because this is a ginormous pile. And our dairy animals are going to be very happy. Full circle, right? One seed produces this, gives us all those loofahs, and then that feeds our livestock. Is that good? Plenty for everyone. Like even old Bessie's gonna eat some. What do you think, turkeys? All right, Jen and I busted some booty there. So we got the birdhouse gourd down. She cleaned up our herb bed because it was taken over by loofahs as well. We cut the comfrey down so we can get it drying. She went in here and pulled all these weeds out. And now we got to take the cattle panels down, try to clean up a little bit, and then start getting our little hoop houses. At least get the braces set up because the plastic's on its way. And look what I found. Woolly worm test. So he is black on each end with the brown in the middle, and to my old fella memory, that means mild winter. All black means bad, all brown means mild, in between means normal. All right, there are a lot of YouTube videos about this fancy T-post puller, and people, homesteaders, just swear about getting them. Well, if you need to get a T-post out and it's your first time, I'm going to show you a real quick and easy way. Saves you money. It's free zero. What do they sell? Free 90. Free 90? Is that what they say?
Yeah.
Free 99? Let me show you. Just a little. And you don't even have to be strong to do this. Just a little back and forth. Each way. Just like that. Get it loose. Grab low.
Voila.
I don't believe the other thing's faster. All right, it is hoop house time. Now, plastic's still on the way, so it won't be all in this video, but you'll get the gist of it. I am doing this the most simplistic possible way that you could ever put a miniature hoop house on your raised beds. I've done them more complicated. I've put them on hinges. I'll link that video down below. That was cool. It worked out well. Just not doing it this year. We're doing both these L's over here. And with just straight amount of labor that takes, we're just putting miniature hoops on and putting the plastic over and clamping, and then pulling the plastic back when we want to get into them. Again, super simple, not I guess, the most long-term way. However, it is the easiest way, and it will allow you to grow all summer. So take this idea, run with it. Either do what we're doing, or you can enhance it as far as you want to go. But this is what I'm doing. By the way, I meant all winter. It's been a long day out here cleaning this thing out with Jen. So these are 5-foot, 1/2-inch PVC pipe. And all I'm doing is I'm pushing them down into the bottom, and then I'm putting a little 1/2-inch clamp over it and screwing it down in. That, as you can tell, keeps it very secure. You can also take it up if you want to and take it as high as you want to get a higher hoop if you would like to go that route. What we're growing in here won't need that high of a hoop. So that's it. That's all you have to do it this simplistic, and then we're gonna put the plastic on it and tighten it down. You could also run a middle PVC through the middle to help support all of the hoops. That's not gonna be necessary, but you could do that. Again, like I said, you could put this on a wood frame too, and be able to have it on hinges to take it on and off. So all kinds of options. This is just your easy way. I gotta stop talking and get to work. All right, as expected, I ran out of brackets, but you can tell that one, all right, I'll show you that one here in just a second. It needs more. But all of these over here, got them, and they will be a little bit higher once I get the brackets in there, but I wanted to see how many I needed. So I got them all in there. But I was able to get 2 beds done. I need to get the other one done, so I still need about like 20 more brackets to go. So y'all gonna have to stay tuned for the next video. We'll get the plastic on there and all that good stuff once it finally gets here. But this is exciting. Super simple, really easy way for you to extend your growing season, even when there's snow covered. So to get the brackets, you really need them on the 2x4s. Well, this was one of the first beds I did here, and I didn't line up my 2x4, so that's why this one only has 3, but all the rest are accurate, so I was able to put the right amount in each bed, which was about 4 to 5 on each one. And like over here, you can tell that there's plenty of height. I think I got lettuce already about to bolt, which is nuts because we've been chilly just gotten up there, but we'll take care of that. But you have plenty of room from top to where the plants are, because when you have leafy greens, you want to be cutting those back anyways. You don't want them to get real big, tall, and bushy. You should be cutting every few days as it is. My goodness. I wish you all could smell these cracklings. Oh my gosh. All right, it is now dinner time. We've got some rice going in the Instapot, and Jen is gonna have us eat some Luffa.
Yeah. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm excited. So we've grown Luffa for 2 years now. This is our second time. And we grow it obviously for the Luffa aspect of it, not the eating part. But they say that if it's young, then it tastes really good. And it's supposed to be like zucchini and squash, and you cook it just like that. So I'm just gonna saute it in some fat. But I'm gonna peel it, because these are a little bit long, and they say that the skins can get bitter, but the fruit will still be fine. So
I'm interested. A lot of people say in other countries, this is what they grow it for, is to eat, not even for the Luffa piece. This is a normal thing, which actually, look at that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Kind of looks like kind of looks like a cucumber, but everybody says it tastes like a zucchini.
It feels like a zucchini.
Yeah, I'm about to find out. All right, we're having a little salmon over bed of rice with Luffa gourd. All right, let's try this thing, babe.
Okay.
So first off, she cooked it in pork fat, and so it tastes a lot like pork fat.
Good.
Yeah, so it's really good. It's very, very mushy for the most part. There is a little spongy snap to it.
Yeah.
In there. It's
a
good.
little bitter.
I don't taste really mushy.
No?
It does taste like a little bit more on the mushy side zucchini.
It's good though.
It is good. I don't know. There you go. All right, y'all. This was like a wild day. Like, there is no rhyme or reason. Y'all just came along with us and did everything we did.
No.
We're gonna sit down and eat. The kids are eating their rice as well, and all the different food that we have. They're doing a lot better on eating exactly what we're eating, and we're very proud of them. But y'all, we love you. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to down below.
I love y'all.
Until the next one.
Bye.
Bye.